Now, I must admit, the orcs actually look dope, but will that be enough to save this show? What up, YouTube? It's your boy Fatal J. Back like I left something, and I'm glad you're here. Yes, I'm glad you're here. And we're going to be talking about Rings of Power just dropped some orc pictures on us, and I must admit, it's absolutely dope. But will this be enough to save the show? Now, you already know my answer to that, because what they've been showing us thus far has been absolutely trash. And they just bombed the fans. Oh man, the hardcore Tolkien fans. They bombed a brand new promotional video that had to do with Rings of Power. We're going to be talking about that too. We're going to be talking about the orc pictures. But before we get into the going off and ranting on Rings of Power yet again, and I have to admit, this time, it took this long for them to actually show something dope compared to what we had, so I got to give them props on that, but it's still not going to save the show. But before we get into that, make sure, help me out so much with this one, and it's free. While you're watching this video, make sure to watch it all the way from the beginning to the end. That does so much for my channel. That will be the perfect gift from you to me. It does a lot for my channel. It brings more people in that has the same opinion as you when it comes to Rings of Power, and it just helps my channel so much. Also, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, make sure to hit that notification bell. Because when you hit that notification bell, it makes your boy Fatal J feel oh so good and oh so swell. Now, you might be asking yourself, Fatal J, why do you have a gooseneck tied to a lavalier mic? And the thing about it is this, I am absolutely bootleg with it. I don't like lavalier mics, but I love lavalier mics. I feel like they should invent a handheld thing where lavalier mics can get attached to the thing, and you can just speak up close to it. When they get on your shirt, it make your shirt feel bad, and you look bad. So that's why I bootleg this. Hopefully you guys can hear me better. Let me know in the comments if you think I should do away with it, or do you guys think it's pretty funny. Also, if you want to help me out too, make sure to super thanks the Fatal J channel. Super thanks is right by the likes and dislikes button. And when you hit that super thanks button, you can give me something like $2 or $2 donation. And it helps me so much, because all I do is put it back into the Fatal J channel, better equipment, so I can make a fool out of myself for you. It's all entertainment. Now let's get into these pictures right here. And the pictures, they was brought to us by IGN. I like IGN. It's a company that I would like to work for in the future, but they probably wouldn't pick me because I tell the truth, and I'm not a shield person. I'm not a shield at all. I have to tell you guys the truth. I'm a hardcore Tolkien fan, and I got to express when they do Tolkien dirty. Let's look at this post right here on Twitter. It says by IGN, check out our exclusive first look at the orcs in the Lord of the Rings, the Rings of Power, along with an interview with one of the executive producers and head of the production department. Now, I'm not going to get into that interview because these showrunners have already showed us that they don't care about the fans and they don't care about J.R.R. Tolkien lore. We're just going to look at these pictures bit by bit, and I'm also going to show you guys a commercial that they did trying to promote the show. Now, I actually liked the commercial. The commercial was pretty good, but it still got 10,000 likes compared to, 10,000 dislikes compared to the 1,000 likes. That's pretty bad. Fans out there, the Rings of Power Backlash is something serious, it's something huge. But let's check out this picture bit by bit of the orcs. We got this picture right here where we have an orc that actually look like Gord the God Butcher that's going to be showing up in Thor Love and Thunder. But I actually like this look of the orc. It's something very different, and it's something from the Second Age. Now, Tolkien gave us a description of the orcs, but it was something very brief. So I think that gives people room to be creative with the orcs. And I'm glad that the orcs don't look something like Peter Jackson. Now, Peter Jackson did set the standard, but you have to remember at the same time, Peter Jackson put his own off into the look of characters. Tolkien, he was great at building up characters, building up story. But if you notice in the books, if you're a hardcore Tolkien fan, you will understand this. Tolkien was not brief. He was brief with his descriptions. He didn't focus on the description of the characters. And I actually like that, because you can pretty much have these characters whoever you want, however you want in your head. You know, you might have brief things that Peter Jackson missed out on when it comes to Aragorn. Aragorn, he wasn't supposed to have a beard because he has elven blood in him. But it's okay that they gave him a beard in that show. But I'm looking at this picture right here. It looks pretty dope that he has like a white cloak on. I don't know who he running towards. That sword looks cool. I like the cloak. It looks good. Let's go to the next picture. This picture right here, we have a orc. He has a cool little helmet, and I like the skin tone. I like that they don't have that greenish, blackish look. Amazon tried to be different. Now I understand why they're different at the same time, because when you buy into these properties, a lot of the stipulations is you can't do it like Peter Jackson, or you can't do it like the animated cartoon, or you can't do this and you can't do that. So I have to give it to Rings of Power on this, that they did a good job with these character looks on the orcs. Now, I'm not going to say that about the hobbits. I'm not going to say that about the dwarves, and I'm not going to say that about the elves. Something is looking mighty funny to me. I don't know about you. Let's check out this next picture right here. We have a better look of the orcs in the woods. We got orcs that look like they got wood type. I got to admit, man, the clothing looks cool. They don't have armor on, so I don't know if this is a Sauron. This is Sauron orcs, or if this Morgoth orcs. I don't know how this is gonna play out. This might play out until what Tolkien said, where the elves, the goblins, the orcs, they come from the elves. So maybe this is their transition, and they got this pale skin, and the reason why they don't have that greenish black look to them yet. So I'm liking what I see, I gotta admit. Now, I'm telling you guys, don't think I'm crossing over, because I know Rings of Power is going to be trash, but I have to give props where props is due, you know? Now, I'm gonna say this too. Just because you have good-looking stormtroopers don't mean Last Jedi is dope. Just because you have good-looking stormtroopers, it doesn't mean Kenobi is dope. From my Star Wars fan, you should perfectly understand what I'm talking about. We're looking at this next picture. We looking like we in a goblin hall, a goblin cave. I like the environment. It looked like that same orc from the last two pictures. I like the armor. I like the look. Very creepy. Very demonic looking and monstrous. It looks like these dudes is going to be really scary out there. It looks very good. I can't believe I'm saying this about Rings of Power. Let's look at this next picture. This guy looks like the things nightmares are made of. Cool looking armor. Teeth looking crazy. And I noticed they still going with that pale white goblin orc look. They're still going with that look. It's very interesting. I wonder in the show if they're going to speak on that, why they're skinned like that, or they just going to leave it like that. And this last picture right here, it look like that same tribe of orcs. They have that funny shaped looking helmet. They don't have a lot of armor on them, but maybe they don't have a lot of armor because we won't see a lot of wars. But the Second Age had a ton of wars to it. So that's very strange how this is going to play out. Now, you guys already know I don't give a freak about this show. I could care less, but I will say the orcs look good. Check this out right before we end it off. Amazon had a trailer that came out, said the earth needs more elf fans, where this little boy, he was getting picked on, but he was reading the Amazon Rings of Power cover Lord of the Rings books. The Lord of the Rings books with Rings of Power covers on them. And the little boy was reading and he started turning in, wanting to be an elf and started dressing up like an elf. And then when he went to the Rings of Power premiere, everybody was welcoming him. And I got to admit, it was a pretty smart, cool promotion. But the people still gave it 10,000 dislikes. People don't care. People don't care about this show. I don't care about this show. But when the first episode hit, when the Rings of Power hit on Amazon, best believe I'm going to check it out. Out the strength of Tolkien characters are being used. Because a lot of people out there be like Fatal J. If you don't like the show, if you know you're not going to like it, why watch it? I'm watching it off the strength of Tolkien characters. And that's why I'm watching it. You guys let me know what you think about the Orcs. Is the Orcs going to make the show good? Or do you think the Orcs don't matter because this show is still going to be bad? Get back at your boy Fatal J. Make sure to like. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit that notification bell. Because when you hit that notification bell, it makes your boy Fatal J feel oh so good and oh so swell. And I'm out of here. Ninja Vanish.